You know, many of us have lost the vision of who God saved us to be. He says in His Word, "Be holy as I am holy." We too often stop short of God's real purpose for our life, which is to be conformed to His image, to be reflectors of His glory, to be ambassadors of His kingdom, and thus magnets for the world to come to Christ for salvation. We forget, we compromise, we reason our way out of it. It's easier to feed the flesh than it is to deny it. It's that simple. Now, a perfectionist doesn't want to attempt something that cannot be perfectly achieved. For them, avoiding failure is the controlling watchword. You see, the difference between perfectionism and a fervent pursuit of being made perfect is that perfectionists are performance-oriented people who seek to establish their worth and value through what they achieve, whereas someone else seeking holiness understands how to let God do it for them. Let God do it for you. Really. Pray and wait and believe in God's great and precious promises. He is the one who keeps you from falling, Jude 24. Train yourself to give the battle over to Him at each moment of temptation and order your life according to His holy standards in the meantime. Allow God to live His righteousness through you. Galatians 2:20 says, "I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." Being motivated is a big part of it. What will motivate us? Well, His love displayed on the cross, for one. Also, grace. God writes the law on our hearts with grace. Being forgiven much is a big part of being motivated to live a holy life as well. All of us have been forgiven much. Some realize it more clearly than others, that's all. With grace, God teaches us to say no to ungodliness and makes us eager to do what is good. Titus 1:11-14. So choose life. Deny your darkened, selfish, fleshly nature. Choose to love God more. Choose to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term happiness with God. How do you start? Holiness can only be birthed from intimacy with God. It is not an achievement, but rather it is the fruit of intimacy with Him. It is given life only as we share ourselves deeply and fully with our divine spouse. So, choose to make intimacy with God the top priority of your life, to love Him more than you do the things of the world.